Hello folks, welcome to moveSKILL. Let's talk about ab wheel rollout. This is a very high value move, and there's some particulars you want to pay attention to though, because getting this one wrong can cause some damage. So let's dive into details here. First of all, Zach's going to demonstrate a few basic body positions. What we're trying to do is move your arms, or think of flexing your shoulders toward this fully extended or fully open position. And just the act of bringing the shoulders up like this makes you want to arch your back. As you can see, there's kind of a natural tendency to do this. But when you do this in a rollout or an inchworm type position, there's a lot of leverage against your low back, and you can actually do some harm here. So let's look at how to get this right. First of all, squeeze your abs hard. Squeeze your butt. Get a partner to poke with a stick or something. Squeeze your quads. Your whole midsection should be extremely tight, and you can see, or I'll pull the shirt out of the way, you can see the low back tucking, as opposed to, like, this is verboten here, like, don't do this, don't do this. Squeeze your abs hard, give me a nice solid hollow tuck, and maintain this while you now flex your shoulders. That's the motion going in. So let's take a look at how to get started. Because again, there's so much leverage in the middle. This is part of why it's worth doing. There's a huge amount of leverage here. It develops enormous ab strength and also enormous tie-in between the way your abs work and the way your lats are working, controlling the shoulders. Super high value move, which is why it's worth putting up with this risk. But again, if your back arches at all here, this is a real problem as you start to extend out. Way too much load. In fact, some of you with tricky backs might even feel uncomfortable just in this position, pulling an arch. So squeeze your abs hard, and you should feel, and we should be able to see this very conspicuous flattening out of your low back and or tuck of the pelvis. The pelvis is actually tucking. It's a little bit. This is this gymnastics hollow body position. As you walk your hands out, Zach's going to show it once without the wheel, and this is how to start, by the way. Start working your way out and back without the wheel, and you get a little bit of friction against the floor that helps. And you notice as he's working in and out of this position, this does not compromise. This is where your attention is. This is where you make sure to get this right. I make certain to get this right. So ultimately you'd walk all the way out. So you would like your arms to be fully flexed and nose just gently brushing the ground. Don't go crashing your face into the floor here. All right, so that can be a challenge on the knees without the wheel. And like I said a moment ago, that's how to start. But when you do start adding the wheel, you're going to obviously control this range of motion some. Come out and back, focusing again mostly on your middle, and coming back you have to pull that wheel back to you. This is where the super strong lat engagement comes in. Now sometimes you will hear or see folks recommend rolling, for instance, to a wall and then coming back and using that as a safety stop. It's kind of a problem. I actually recommend you don't do that, and here's why. Watch again as Zach rolls out into this pretend wall. Right there's a tendency to let go and kind of pull back. You can sort of arch your back and come off the wall, right? There's this process of letting go a little bit when you get that support out there that you really don't want to practice. Again, letting go anywhere in here in this extended position is not on your agenda, right? So instead, control this range to that. You can control and come back, control and come back. And you have to have a little patience here. This is going to take months and months and months to develop. Ultimately, you'd like to be able to, from the knees, roll fully out. Again, nose just barely on the ground. Did you notice how rigid trunk was? If not, rewind this and watch that again. Nice. And then from here, we will come up on the feet and extend things out. We're not even going to show you that right now because I don't want you to rush getting there. You cannot compromise in here. So as long as you feel this, it's perfectly safe. This is a very high value move. It's worth working our way through it. Be patient, be careful. Hope this helps. Thanks.